One, two, 1, 2. Hello? Is this going out? Is this live? We working? We happening? Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another yesterlng stream. Music production is on the menu, as per usual. Yeah, streaming from a new place today, so I do hope everything's all working as it should be. Yeah, there was a something that I wanted to have a go at today. On stream, a little sort of technique that I thought might be fun, because if you'll remember, I made this last week. Let's have a listen to it. Yeah, I'd forgotten all the craziness there. But yeah, so yeah, made that, and if anyone was here last week, I remember sort of at the end of the stream, I was like really not sure what to do with it. I like kind of made this, and I liked the idea, and I like the techniques behind it, but it's like, oh, didn't really know where to go with it since then. Like, yeah, I made that sort of like synth line, but as the week's gone on, if I'm perfectly honest, I'm not even sure that's what I should have done. This line. Blah. Hi, Phoebes Tarantulas. Can you hear me okay? I think everything's working right, but yeah, it's just good to check. How's it going in the other room? Anyway, yeah, so I'd made this synth line and like, okay, thanks, gorgeous. Yeah, I made this synth line and just wasn't really sure if that's actually what I wanted to do. Like, if you take this out, just got a very interesting canvas to work on. So there was another thing that I wanted to try this week. I thought would be a good thing to try, and that's doing a rhythmical sort of idea. I just want to check the pitch of this. So this is in sort of C minor kind of vibe. I think, yeah, that bass sort of like rumbling that I'm doing is kind of roughly in C. Yeah, so yeah, I want to take that out, and I thought I'd try something else. There's this sort of like rhythmic technique that I know, and I haven't really had any opportunity to use it on anything yet. So I felt that would just be a like something to try with this, because I was still sort of struggling to find what else to do um, with this idea. uh, Rhythmic technique, yes. I will make a note of that here to Oh, that's really made me laugh. Oh, you're so funny. You're so funny, gorgeous. Um I did a stream on Twitch last night with my beloved. That was great fun doing that again. Um oh, you make me laugh. You make me laugh, you do. Anyway, rhythmic technique. Um Essentially what you have to do is first off, before anything else, is we have to put a chord sequence down. Um so yeah. So I need to think of a chord sequence. So much brain power. Uh, well, hmm. Okay, I think the best way to go about this is basically just to try some stuff. Got my keyboard plugged in. You know, all the kind of chords, that you're used to hearing on a SD stream. Latency is quite high. Let's go to that. Okay, yeah, 6. So I want to find a much more intense sound. So I could just make that with this. Let's try two saw waves. Let's turn the attack up a little bit. There you go, a bit of detuning going. Maybe put this one down an octave. Up an octave. I think the kind of sound I want actually is it's not really this isn't really the right synth for it. So maybe let me get some operator up. Okay, so yeah, the routing is singular. Not so much. Could try something FME. I mean, operator's got some good presets. Yeah, let's try that. So let's see how that sounds. It kind of needs to be sort of anchored in C. I think the technique here actually would be to not try and make like a chord sequence, but maybe more. Like, not try and make like the nice kind of chords that you're used to hearing in my kind of music, but maybe more like a sort of I don't really know how to describe it, but it's just more like kind of like circling around a kind of hint of harmony. It's more like having a tonal center than an actual chord sequence. This kind of sound. Kind of thing. So haven't got to the rhythmic bit yet, but we're getting there. Oh, you better believe we're getting there. Yeah, something like that. Wish I'd been recording that. That was kind of just what I wanted. Put this down. Yeah, interesting. Let's just hear how that sounds by itself. I have not been keeping track of how long this stream has been going. I've just realised. Is that something I can do magically with my phone? Like if you start a stopwatch, can you set when you start it at? No, I don't think you can. Well, that's disappointing, iPhone. Um, okay. Anyway, um, alright. So let's just hear this by itself. Okay. Anyway, so let's go with that. There's our chords. Now, something that we have to do is make an audio track here with Control T. And then what we need to do is get the gate plugin to go onto it. And from there, open up the sidechain thing and select our audio from our synth in there. This is the first stage. And now what we do in this track here is we need to find a rhythm. 60 minutes 18 it tells me. Oh, thank you, Gorge. So I've just seen that. I have found a place that tells me just if I get it up on you know when you go. Well, actually, I don't know if you've ever streamed on YouTube, Gorge. I know you used to stream on Facebook. You streamed on Twitch for ages. Can't remember if you ever told. I don't think you've told me that you streamed on YouTube before. But anyway, you get like a kind of screen, like a studio-ish screen, and I have seen it. There is the actual timing there. But thank you. I appreciate you either way, very greatly. Um, so yes, with this track, what we need to do is find a rhythmic part that we like. So what would be good here is, God, do I have a collection of percussion samples here? I want like quite. These are all very basic. I want quite advanced like percussive patterns. These are more like just samples. Like a groove thing. Like, why are these all so basic? That is quite disappointing, not gonna lie. And it has to be an audio sample. It can't be something that I just like make in MIDI. So I mean, I could make an audio sample with rhythms, but that kind of I was going to go on to say how like simple a technique this is, and that sort of like puts a bunch more work into it, which is not really what we want. So I'm going to keep looking for percussion samples. This could work, something like this. Yeah, should we try that? Right, no, I've put the gate on the wrong thing. I've put the gate on the wrong thing. So let's try this again. Once you've got your pattern, you take your pattern, and then you on this channel, you put the gate effect here. Then you open it up, and then you click the sign chain and select the audio from this track. So that would be hi-hat repeat. And now you can hear. Yeah. So you hear how now this is playing the rhythm of that audio track with the synth, which I think should sound quite cool. So we could turn the reverb way up. Well, do you know what would be cool actually? Is having different patterns. So if we take it's like a few of these at random. Because I don't want it doing the same thing all the way through. That's not so good, is it? I think those really super quick hi-hat patterns, it won't pick up the those rolls. Doesn't sound quite right. Let's just double that out. That sort of doesn't really sound like it's in time. Let's get a different one. No, these 2x1s are dodge, mate. I don't want many gaps. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, let's see how that's sounding. Interesting. Let's solo that out so you can hear just exactly what it's doing. Yeah. Hang on, where we've got we've got to solo this out. So the only thing that you'll be hearing is this one part, which again is the synth part, this instrument, playing the rhythm of this sample. Yeah, interesting. Although I don't like the way that it's actually catching the beginning of some of these notes. Like, what's the attack saying on this? Well, to play a note. Take this off. Let's just hear how that sounds instead. Oh, sorry, with the gate. Yeah, it's quite. You see what I'm saying? It's just like quite an interesting technique. So showing how you put the gate and do the side chain and all of that, make the chords, choose rhythms. Yeah, here I've got my rhythm. It's a selection of hi-hat patterns. And yeah, I mean, yeah, you could do this with any rhythm. I've just chosen the hi-hats just because it's what I came across, but maybe I'll try this with like a more of a sort of like Latin percussion-y thing. I mean, it sounds cool, I think. Yeah. So that is that technique. I was wondering if there's anything else to mention. Got the gate, the threshold. Um, can you automate something being solo? No, I don't think you can. But yeah, that's a rhythmic technique. I wonder if instead of reverb, delay sounds. Do you know another thing that we could do actually is if we take an LFO, love this plugin. Take an LFO, make it random, and then map it to this turning off and on. Turn the rate up quite high. This doesn't appear to be having the effects that I wanted it to. Maybe you can't map it to something turning off and on. Which is disappointing to say the least. Maybe I could map it to the actual thing turning off and on. I might have to actually go into the to matrix. No, that's not going to do that. I think because this plugin works based around sort of turning things up and down, it actually isn't really programmed to have things as a binary polarity. For example, just off and on, it's like it doesn't know which element, doesn't know which point of this is off and which point is on. So let's sack that off. I mean, what if we just put it to the filter? That's a bit more interesting. See, that's a much more interesting effect. And I like that it's a bit more subtle. So what? Something else that I think might be quite interesting. I mean, this might absolutely not work at all, but let me see what a bit of pitch drift would sound like. This is a VST I've got very recently yet. So yeah, this is like depitching everything. I think that just sounds bad. Yeah, I quite like where this is going. It's just nice to try out new techniques and stuff like that. Let me do this for the purpose of playback. Just turn the LFO off. That's it. Right, let me hear that again. This is just like this might be just, I'm just sort of like playing around here, but this might be sort of how I would bring a tune in if I was to actually make this into a thing. I just start this off with that kind of idea and then just like hit people with this kind of explosiveness. Yeah, interesting. Although there's just one bit I don't like in this, and that's here. Oh, maybe I don't mind it. I don't know. Kind of like interesting, I guess. The dogs are looking at me like they need to go out. Maybe I'll just take the dogs out quickly. And I will leave this playing whilst I do. Enjoy. Back in a minute. Yesty Beats. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying this. But yeah, I like that technique. Yeah, it's interesting. It's just another interesting one to try. I'm not sure if it's exactly what I want to do on this on this beat, but it's good to try something else out. Oh, really? How are you doing down there? The dogs are coming to see me. I hope it's because they miss me. I miss you, Willie Williams. Yes, I do. What legends? What utter legends? Oh, I think she wants some tummy rubs. I don't think she wants to go out because I literally just took a dog out and she would follow if she did. How you doing, Winnie? You can't see, but this is a Pomeranian dog from the land of Pomeran. I don't know why they're called Pomeranian. It's a cool word though. Yes, Winnie. So yeah, we've got that rhythmical effect. We put some other effects on it, like the reverb and delay. I do like that. I do actually quite like that. I also like that it's sort of not a chord sequence. It's just sort of like random changes in like notes, but it's really all essentially the same chord. It's just like a sort of like C minor flat 2 vibe. It's that kind of Phrygian sort of sound. That's what we're going for. Now what else could we do? This has got wider on it, hasn't it? Let's put that on here as well. Yeah, that sounds quite nice. Um, yeah, interesting. Oh, what's that gorge? There is a country called Pomerania next to Germany. That's where they come from. Is there? Is it that there used to be a country called Pomerania? Or is there still Pomerania? Never heard of it. I mean, when I said Pomeran, I was sort of like making that up. I was trying to be funny, which we all know I'm not. But yeah, interesting. It's kind of cool. A lot of dogs seem to have their breeds kind of like intrinsically linked to their country of origin, like Scottish Terrier. Yes, that's right. I am learning my dog breeds. Big vibes. Um, uh, so because you've not heard of it, it doesn't exist. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I haven't heard of it. Um, yeah, I'm not sure where to go with this beat now. It's good. I've tried this out. It's sort of just something else that I've got down. These two wouldn't work at the same time. Like if you hear both of these parts, it would just sound cluttered. You know what I mean? So I don't know, it's kind of one or the other. Like I really like this idea of being like a minimalist thing. It definitely wants to be like less is more kind of vibe. Um, yeah, I mean this is basically where we got to in the last stream as well. I'd sort of like come up with this idea and made this beat. I think this is why a lot of the music I make isn't sort of done just on some composers work based on, what's the term I'm looking for? Like technique and concept. So it's like with this, it's like this started off being like, right, I want to use this technique to make these crazy explosive sounds, and I'll put a beat to it, and then I'll find a part to go on it. So now I use this rhythmic idea. I know it's like, I know I don't really think of that as like writing and composition. That's just me though. I'm not sort of like taken away from it, but it's like I haven't really written anything. I've just used a computer program to like make something that I guess you could call music. But if you listen to all my other stuff, it's very like very kind of melodic and chordal and harmonic and that sort of thing. It's like, I feel like they're things that I actually wrote. I mean, this is just kind of like noise. It's like atmosphere. Like, I'm not even sure what this could be used for. Like, it doesn't sound to me like this would be like a track. It would be like someone's introductory music. Does that make sense? In the blue corner, Phoebe's what? Wearing blue and pink trunks. While she's walking into the ring. I also don't know why I've started using boxing as a metaphor. I don't really know anything about boxing. Anyway, yeah, that is essentially the rhythmic technique I wanted to show today. And I like what I did with that's something I haven't done. I haven't done EQing on it. It's just really needs it. Yeah, there you go. That actually sounds a lot better and a bit less in the way. Yeah. That's just more just like housekeeping for the future. It's like if I come back to this, it's like great, the EQing's already done. I don't have to do that. Like basic mixing stuff before mixing it properly. I need some moisturizer to put on my lips now. And too much comes out the bottle, like it always does. Okay. Yeah, that feels good. Um, so yeah, just basically have a think if there's like anything more I can do to this. I was quite into the little LFO idea I was putting on it, just to sort of make it sound a bit more distant and a bit more mysterious and a bit less in your face. This kind of I mean, this technique is a bit in your face, I guess, but you can use it and it still be like a subtle part than a full on like, hi, this is what we're doing in this track vibe. Um, let's see. Other effects that we could put on that. Wonder what it sounds. So we've already put wider on it, but a bit of micro shift might do this quite some good. So we get effect rack up. There she is. Let's see how this sounds. Doesn't really make much of an impact. Yeah. That is essentially our interesting technique for the day. Let's have a look just in the effects that we've got. Audio effects. Everything, of course. I'm not sure what Corpus does. I feel like that's a thing for like percussive vibes. Corpus, I never really played around with it. Let's see what it does if we just whack that on this sound. Corpus. What you got for me? Well, that sounds awful. But yeah, I've also remembered it's like a bell thing. If you want to add like a bell-like quality to your sounds, that's what Corpus is for. I've never really found myself wanting to do that. Like, I like bell sounds. If you listen to my first album, you'll see that I'm quite into bell sounds. But that's not so much like adding a bell-like quality to what I'm doing. It's more just like, I like the sounds of bells. Goes well with like sort of synthwavey 80s stuff that I was doing back then. Back in those days, like. Dynamic tube, what's that about? Not really seeing what that's doing, if I'm perfectly honest. Echo, that's like reverb and delay. I've already got that on there. Erosion's an interesting one, but I kind of think of that as like lo-fi sounds, but... It's kind of nice. It gives it a bit of an edge. How does that sound in context? Kind of makes the sound like a lot sharper. I actually quite like that. I'm going to keep the erosion in there. Yeah, it makes the sound more edgier, makes it cut through a bit more. Yeah, okay, nice one. GG's erosion. What else we got already using the gate? Frequency shifter, you say? I'm not hating that. I don't think it's right, but I don't know. That's kind of interesting. I could definitely make good use of that somewhere else. I quite like that it's sort of taken out the tonality of it, and that's just made it more like noise, which is something I'm quite into. I mean, well, my music wouldn't say so. Like, it's all very harmonic and melodic, as I've said before in the stream. But like, one day I'd love to just make a bunch of music out of just crazy sounds. That might be what I'm gearing up for next album when I'm ready to do it. But it'll be considerably less melodic and just a bit more like, you know, good beats with noises, which is just kind of fun. I don't know, maybe. I mean, that's not very yesterlng, I got to say, but a lot of the kind of artists that inspired me to make electronic music do that kind of approach. So I have to remember that one, frequency shifter. Interesting. Multiband dynamic, that's like OTT stuff. Grain delay, it can be interesting, but you could also get better results from a crystallizer, which I've got. But also I've got delay going already. I don't think it needs anything like that. What's Redux? Whoa. Again, similar vibe. Like, it's not right for this, but I do dig that it's making it just more noise-like. Get like a little bit of an LFO on that. Sounds interesting. Anyway, that's Redux. Spectrum's not actually a an effect. It's something that helps you see the sound waves that you. Vocoder. That's quite interesting. It's just added a lot of character to the kind of sounds I've gone for. Let me hear it without. Yeah, maybe I'll leave that on because it makes it a bit more kind of talky, almost a little bit more human. That's interesting. I do quite like that. I do quite appreciate that sound. Yeah, interesting one. Well, done a bit more work on this beat. Again, I still don't think we're there. This might just go down in history as one of these things that I use on stream, and it helps me. You know, it's just like a beat and a sort of idea that said I can chuck stuff on to demonstrate things, which is useful to have, but I don't know, I've saved that. Who knows what happened with that in the future, if anything. But it's been an hour, so I think that might be a good place to call the stream. Big thank you to everybody that came along. I hope you learned something here today. I do hope you take this away and go and utilize this technique that we've learnt in your own music. As always, please do go check out the music of mine. It's up on Spotify. I've got stuff up on YouTube. I put a short out every week, so do please go check those out. There's quite a lot of sort of like, you know, little Ableton tricks and music education bits, just like the kind of stuff we look at on stream. So do go give those a look, as well as some musical ideas of mine. But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. This is your boy yesterlng signing off. Have a lovely rest of your week, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.